guys, it has been a while, and I know I've said that a lot, and I think I finally, after a very long break, found the reason. And that was I was just burnt out. And I know I've talked about burnout a million times, but it's really hard to take your own advice sometimes. And also, it's different in music and performing than it is talking at a camera. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been on YouTube since 2015 and I've been on Tumblr since 2012. So this has been a really, really long time. And I honestly felt like I didn't have anything else to say. I felt like I was rehashing the same things over and over again, and I felt like it just wasn't worth my time for a while. And after a few months off, I missed it. And I feel like I do still have things to say. I do still have a voice that I'd like to share here. And I miss teaching on the internet. I miss sharing my wealth of information, and I miss just doing this, like standing in this room, talking to a camera with a ring light in my face, with my partner down the hall, vaguely listening to what I'm saying. So I'm back. I don't know how consistent I'm going to be. It's definitely not going to be once a week anymore. It's just not a viable time frame for me anymore. I can do like the once a day improvs or the once a day projects every so often, but I really can't commit to doing a video a week anymore. It's just not what my life has become. I have a lot of things going. I have like 8 jobs as my running joke, which it's not that many, I promise, but I do have quite a few different jobs that I'm doing simultaneously, and this is one of them to me. But it's time to realize that I am not 22 anymore, I am 30. So, for those of you who don't know, my birthday was last week. I'm officially not in my 20s anymore. But I have some ideas and I kind of want to run them past you and like talk about them, because one of the things that I do the best is like come up with ideas and like kind of make them better by discussing them or even just saying them out loud and like getting my brain to realize this is a thing and like this is how we have to do this. So, first thing first, there's a couple series that I started a long time ago that I'd like to continue. Contemporary Techniques 101, Contemporary Techniques for Composers, and the Breaking Down Contemporary Music series. I'd love to keep going. I think the Contemporary Techniques videos are super helpful for a lot of people, and I think they're super helpful for me also to refine my teaching skills and to realize like exactly how I'm doing these things so that I can be better as well. So, if there's specific techniques that I am missing that you really want me to cover, please let me know. I'm gonna try to do my best to like cover the biggest ones first and then see what I can do to fill in the gaps if there's specific things. And then for the contemporary pieces, I know I've asked this a million times. This is harder for me because it takes a lot of research, and some of these pieces I don't know super well. Like the ones I've done are ones that I know like the back of my hand. I can talk about them in my sleep essentially, but I would love to delve deeper, maybe even just like challenge myself to learn these pieces in the process, as something that I do on the series and on the channel. So, the last thing, and this is actually an idea that was given to me by a Splice participant this year, and I think it's a great idea. It, however, requires some input from you guys and some permission from you guys. And that is, I would love to do a series of essentially live critiques of me playing through a piece or just kind of like testing through a piece and explaining what doesn't work, why it doesn't work, and what I would replace it with live. Obviously, this means that composers are going to have to be willing to let me live critique their music on the internet. So if this is not interesting to you at all, totally fair. This is a really personal thing and I don't want to just like put people on blast on the internet. That's not my deal. But I know some of you guys have said that this would be something that you'd be really interested in, would be happy to provide a score or two for me to do this with. So my question to you guys is this something you're interested in? And If it is, leave a comment, let me know, and I will put together an email that you guys can send stuff to and we can start this. If it's not, then cool, great. I thought it was a good idea, but it doesn't mean it is. But yeah, I kind of want to do a few more like interactive things as well. I'm gonna continue doing some of the beer improvs every so often when I find a beer that I think is really interesting and I'd like to share this way. Definitely not gonna be a regular thing, but every so often. And yeah, I think I'd like to make sure that I'm doing like talking based videos and not just improvs on this channel moving forward, because it really is part of who I am and part of what got me here and part of what makes me excited. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. If you have something that you want me to cover, please let me know and I will see if it's something that I can do. I think one of the things that I also need to work on is like knowing my limits and knowing what I'm actually interested in doing and not just creating videos to create videos. Sometimes I'm really passionate about something and I have a good idea and it works really well, and sometimes I'm like dragging my feet and forcing myself to film something, and that doesn't really work anymore. That isn't really something that I'm interested in doing, especially since this channel doesn't exactly pay me anything directly. Obviously it is worth so many other things. It's not just because I can make money on the internet. That would never be the case, but it does require a lot of effort that I'm not getting compensated for directly. So sometimes I have to say no, and I have to say that I can't do something. But yeah, so not the most exciting video back, but I am really looking forward to like doing some different things, maybe doing some of the old things better, and not feeling obligated to make a video just because it's Thursday and that's when I said I would post. I would definitely do want to be more consistent than like my sporadic once every month or so that I did this year. But you know what? It's my channel, it doesn't matter. But as always, if you guys like this video, give it a like. Please let me know what you think about some of these ideas. If you have pieces you want me to cover, if you have techniques you want me to cover, if you are interested in this like live critique idea, please let me know. If you are new here, please subscribe. I definitely will be putting out more videos than you've seen me put out in the past, and I will see you guys very soon.